Will Sony stop making PCs? So I recently read an article on technobuffalo.com, which link will be in the description below, where Sony is going to be selling their VAIO PC business to some company, whoever wants to buy it. Now, why are they doing this? Because Sony wants to focus their attention on the televisions and the mobile market. Because I have no idea why they want to do this. It's probably for a business purpose. So they're deciding to sell off their PCs, and then like all the 2014 PCs that are coming out will come out, and after that they're just gonna stop production, and then they'll sell it off to somebody who will continue the VAIO PC business. And I'm not sure if it's gonna have the Sony branding or if it's gonna change or something. So what do I think about this? Well, first of all, I've been a big fan of the Sony VAIO PC business ever since 2011, and here we are in 2014. Why is that? Because I'm using the Sony VAIO right there. It's a great piece of hardware that I've gotten, and that's the machine and that was able to get me up here on YouTube, believe it or not, because I use that computer to edit all my videos, make my logos, make my intros, and then my outros, and then I export everything, encode all the videos I made for this YouTube channel, and recording audio. I mean, I did a lot of things with this computer. I used to have an old eMachine desktop tower, and that was slow as crap. In fact, I might have turned it on maybe like 1 to 3 times a month, believe it or not. That's it. This one, I'm turning it on every day. There will be a time once in a while where I don't turn it on, and that's because I'm on vacation, or I just don't feel like turning on my computer that day, so I just decided to leave it off for one day. Or if I'm really busy, then I just let it stay off. So this machine right here that you're seeing behind me, it takes a lot of usage when I'm using it. I'm using it to stream video whenever I want to be entertained, edit my videos. This is pretty much what I use most of the time when I'm on the internet, alongside with my iOS devices. And I'm kind of sad to see that Sony is going to sell their PC business. But then again, you guys know that you love something, and next thing you know, eventually it's going to go away. Who knows? Maybe the iPhones will go away eventually. Not right now, but maybe in the future. And then something else will happen that Apple magically creates, or if somebody bought the iPhone production line and then just decided to make their own designs from there with their own point of view. I don't know, that's just me saying stuff, but that can happen in life. And Sony's doing this, like I said before, to focus on the mobile market and the television sets. Now, how much of Sony do I know? Well, I somewhat know their PC business, the VAIO PC business. I know recently more about their PlayStation business, but in terms of the mobile market and their television set, I don't really know it too much. Well, why is that? Well, because I don't know. When I've heard of Sony phones for the first time, that was way back in the day with the Sony Ericsson Xperia or something. Those phones I weren't really too interested in. The only thing that I was interested in was like the Sony Xperia Play. Or that was like Sony Ericsson Xperia Play. I forgot the official name of that, but that was a PlayStation phone that was running Android, and you were able to play PS1 games on it as long as you go on like some sort of store they have, so you can play your PS1 games on your Android device. But they do seem a lot more interesting now that they're integrating their smartphones a lot more with Android, running stock Android, so you can run like stock Android on pretty much on multiple devices than just a Nexus device. So you got like the Google Play edition of the Samsung Galaxy S4, the HTC One, the LG Pro. I forgot. There was an LG phone that was a Google Play edition. But overall, I think that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to integrate more of their devices into the stock Android market instead of just running their own skin. Or maybe they're trying to put most of stock Android in their devices and then kind of add their own bit of twist to it. As far as the television set, they're probably going to focus on the 4K TVs that's supposed to be coming out. Maybe the curved TVs, I'm not too sure about this. I think curved TVs was made by Samsung and LG, but as you guys can see as I'm talking, I don't really know too much about their mobile markets and their television sets. I paid more attention to their PC business and their PlayStation business. So, for instance, they have that 21-inch portable desktop. And that thing is so thin. It's a desktop, but you literally can just take that, put it flat down on a table, and then everyone can just look at their own angle. And then they also have the L series for the desktops, and then they have some laptops over there as well as the Ultrabooks. But what do I think about Sony? About Sony selling their PC business? Well, in a way, it's sad, but if Sony is doing this, then they obviously have a good reason to it. And if you have to do what you have to do, then you have to take action into your decision. So I'm gonna miss the VAIO PC business that's made by Sony, and whoever bought it will hopefully continue the VAIO PC business the same way Sony did. Even though I know that's not gonna happen, they'll probably put their own twist to it because it's their product line. They're the one that owns it. It's like Google owning Motorola, and now they're trying to sell it again. But I don't know. These things just happen. So, guys, if you're a big Sony VAIO fan, don't be discouraged that Sony is selling their PC business, because there's always other alternatives out there. You got Samsung, Asus, HP. Well, I don't really recommend HP, but I definitely don't recommend eMachine. Please do not get that. My first eMachine I had, that was very slow, and that was a desktop tower. I mean, it would take 7 minutes for that thing to boot up. Now, in my opinion, like I said, I'm kind of upset about it, but at the same time, there must be a reason for this, and therefore, if Sony has to make that choice, then might as well. But their PC business will be missed. But it's not completely dead, because all they're going to do is just sell it off. So if you want to know more information about it, go ahead and read the article. And yeah, that's all I have for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And even if Sony sells this business, I'm still going to use a Sony VAIO PC right here.